Hi, hi, hi. Just wondering if everybody can hear me. If you can hear me, please can you just say yes in the chat box so that I know that you can hear me. I want to make sure that Instagram is also live at this point. And yeah, if you can hear me, just go ahead and say yes, you can hear me. Well, I just want to say thank you so much for joining me on day 23 of the Bounce Beyond Limit series. Wow, can you believe that we made it through to day 23? We've been doing this since May 1st, and I want to say thank you to everybody that has been joining or listening to the replay. And if you are joining me for the first time, I want to officially welcome you and say that I appreciate you, stopping by to listen to what I have to say. And today we are going to be talking about a topic that is unique. It is from burnout to balance. And I want to be able to share my 2 hour workday blueprint with you because a lot of people have been asking me about the program that I have been talking about and how they can earn digital income. But most people find it really hard to believe that it is possible to set aside 2 hours a day to start earning tangible income. They think that, well, is this really possible? Can I really earn income by just putting in 2 hours of my time to do this? And the answer is absolutely yes. So, let me ask you something really quickly. And I just want you to really ponder on it. What if just 2 hours a day could move you from burnout to balance? And what if you are able to do it without any tech stress? Because most people think that it's impossible to get tangible income from just working 2 hours. And that's because they are used to the traditional, model of working a 9 to 5 job. And they feel like that is the most important thing that they have to do to be able to earn income. But it may sound really wild, but that's the shift that I made. And tonight, I want to be able to show you how I have been able to use a 2 hour workday schedule to earn consistent income online without having to work a second job, without having to do too much, but just learn, implement, and then earn. That's what I've been doing. So it's just been like a 3 step process for me, learning the blueprint, making sure that I follow the blueprint, and then implementing it, and then what? Earning. So it's just that circle: learning, implementation, and then earning. You can say lie, right? LIE. So I learn, implement, and I earn. That's exactly what it is. So I just want to set the expectations right for tonight. So tonight is not just about motivation. It's about showing you how I did it. So I'm going to be walking you through the exact system that I used to start earning daily income, even while working full time. Plus, I'm going to be giving you like a sneak peek into the course that changed everything for me and the Skool community where it all comes together. So if you have been looking for a real plan and not just hype, well, you're in the right place. So if you are ready, just like me, to stop surviving and start building a life of balance, I want you to drop a yes in the comments right now. So wherever you are watching me from, whether it's Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, or TikTok, if you are ready to stop, just surviving, but you want to live a life of purpose and balance, drop a yes in the comments right now. I like to see your comments because I want to be sure that I'm talking to people who need what I have to provide to them. But if you feel like your life is perfect and you think that you don't need this, well, you can scroll past, that's fine. But if you are tired of the stress that comes with just working, rinsing, and repeating the same cycle day in, day out, only to earn pay, and at the end of the month, you are not even able to save enough such that if you are not careful, if you lose your job, you may not be able to take care of your next mortgage or your next rent. So if you are somebody that is desperately thinking about a plan B, or you already have a plan B, but it's not working for you because it doesn't give you time to manage other priorities, then it might make sense for you to just stay and listen. Right. So I always start my story by telling you about my life, my breaking point, and then how I got into this. So I just want to take you back a little bit because everything I'm sharing with you tonight did not just happen overnight. I was exhausted, working my 9 to 5, which I still do, then handling life, after hours, barely surviving the remaining part of the day. So I would work 9 to 5, and then 5 to 9 was still very stressful for me because I had to juggle other things around the house. At the end of the day, I just felt like I was constantly drained. And if you're a woman, if you're constantly drained, it could lead to depression because you are drained, thinking about how to pay bills, thinking about how to support your family, you're taking care of kids, you are stressed, you're not very happy. It actually leads to a lot of challenges and also health challenges too, hormonal imbalance, so many things going on with women, right? And then you're wondering why a woman is constantly nagging or complaining. Sometimes it has to do with lack of that work-life balance, right? So I was showing up for work, but I wasn't showing up for me. And that broke me in ways that I did not even realize, because before you know it, people start tagging you as a nagging person, or somebody who is bitter, or someone who is constantly or easily irritable. It's just simply because life has happened to you. But then you don't know how to navigate the current situation you are in, because you know that there is a challenge, but you don't know how to get out of it. It just looks like a vicious cycle. And for me, it broke me in ways that I did not even realize. I needed a way out. So I was tired of missing out on my kids' best moments for me, because I felt that it just seemed like I was living for the payday. And guess what? I was dreading every Monday. So today's a Friday. If it was funkier before, once it's a Friday, I'm like, oh, thank you, Lord Jesus, I'm done. And then once it's Sunday night, I'm getting already depressed, because I'm like, oh my God, Monday is coming again. And it's going to be Monday and I'm going to be at work. I'm going to have to do so much. And at the end of the day, for how much, right? Because the bills were piling up. I was trying to stay positive, but deep down, I'll be honest with you, I felt stuck. It felt like there was no way out. I felt stuck. I felt really stressed. And I just asked myself, there has to be a way out. What way out can I explore? Because I'm not just looking for just any kind of business. I'm looking for something that will give me the time freedom, improve quality of life, and would also pay me something tangible. And I also was looking for something that would help me with personal development. I wasn't just looking for a Ponzi scheme out there, or all these high yield investment programs that, yes, they would pay you for a while, but you and I know that eventually they're going to pack up. And then they would not give you notice before they pack up, because I have done programs like that in the past, maybe 10 years ago, like lots of programs online that would actually promise you heavy deals, heavy returns. Initially, they will pay, but after a while, they'll just pack up when you least expect it. And then God save you if you have actually introduced people to that program and you have given them your referral links and they've signed up, and then you've made money, and then unfortunately, they got stuck in the cycle. So I had been in those kind of opportunities in the past. I'd explored different things, from network marketing. I'd done affiliate marketing with some companies that were paying very little. I've done all sorts, crypto trading itself. And the truth is, I still trade. For me, I'm still a full-time trader. I still do my Forex and volatility indices trading. I still do that as a hobby, because I took time to learn the skill. And guess what? I didn't learn the skill in just maybe in 2 months. It took me a while to master the skill. So we're not going to talk about trading today, but I'm just talking about the fact that I've been in opportunities that seem to have paid, but lasted for a short time. The only thing that I was looking for a strategy, or like an opportunity that would help me learn a skill that I could use anytime and any day without being burnt out. So I wanted to add something else to the skill of trading that I already knew. I wanted something that could help me brand myself. And so I just found that I was seeing all sorts of, advertisements online. I was seeing all sorts of people, all sorts of posts online. And then one day I stumbled on somebody's post on Facebook, and he was talking about how he was earning $900 a day using a 2-hour work day strategy. To be honest, it sounded funny. He didn't post it just once. I saw it a couple of times. I saw it consistently, and he would share testimonials. I'm like, okay, I need to talk to this guy. And so guess what? I reached out to him. He shared the link with me. I watched the webinar. It looked like it was simple, no fluff, no crazy tech. So I was first of all happy that I did not have to build a website myself. I was happy that I did not have to code anything. I could get my system set up for me in 24 to 72 hours. That was really exciting. So I decided to take a chance on myself. And by the way, I am going to be inviting the guy who introduced me to this to my spotlight session tomorrow. So if you are listening to me today and you want to hear from him tomorrow, please make sure you're attending. And it's going to happen at, I think it's going to happen at 1 p.m. Central Standard Time. So you don't want to miss that. So I stumbled on this guy's post. It was exciting to me. And I said, well, Funky, you need to pay attention. But one thing that was hard for me at the beginning was following instructions because I was coming from a very complicated world. I'd been through complicated situations. So I was overthinking everything. I thought it had to be really tough. So I was trying to do everything possible like I was doing a PhD. But guess what? It was actually simple. I only needed to go through the training models. I needed to learn, implement, and earn. And better still, I found out that I did not have to go through all the modules before making my first $900. What I needed to do was to, first of all, make sure that my system was up and running, and it was up and running within 72 hours. And while waiting for it to be done, I also needed to go through some training modules that talked about how to launch my business and profit within 7 days. So I decided to follow the steps. And guess what? I did not have to think about the content to post or how to get customers my way. And I did not have to go bugging friends and family, because once I followed the blueprints and followed the launch to profit program in 7 days, within 7 days, in my first 7 days, I made my first $4,000, even over $4,000 within that first week. And that was just following the blueprint. And guess what? I only put in $900, paid $39 for the website, got myself a domain and professional email on GoDaddy. So it was like maybe $50. So on the whole, everything did not cost me more than $1,000. And I'm like, what? I already made 4 sales, even more than 4 sales actually, because I made over $4,000. I had some people do $900. I had some people do the smaller packages, right? People that thought they should just give it a trial and see how it goes. And that was like exciting. I'm like, oh, is this that interesting? And is it this easy? But I found out that it wasn't a get-rich-quick scheme because it required work. It required me learning how to craft my message to attract my audience to myself without having to, talk too much. Pretty much it was just identifying who I wanted to reach out to. So if you look at yourself, you know the challenge you're going through. There must be somebody who is going through something similar. So just imagine a younger version of yourself. You're looking for how you can help those people come out of doldrums, come out of their financial mess. And then you start thinking about the messaging that you want to craft to send to them. So I had to learn that. So I plugged in, I followed the steps, and within weeks, I wasn't just working, I started building, not just building income, I started building my confidence, because I'll be honest with you, at the beginning, I did not see myself coming online to talk to people about anything. I was going through a phase in my life, I'll be honest. I was going through a phase in my life where I didn't want to show my face because I was constantly unhappy. I was constantly depressed. But guess what? One day, my son was walking down from his school, from the bus stop coming home, and then he did a video on his phone. And on that video, he said, "And everybody, you must know my mom. She's XYZ on TikTok. She started a digital marketing thing, and she's actually way happier. And guess what? I help her sometimes edit her videos, and she's making money from it. And guess what? She's even paying me some stipend for doing her videos." And while he was walking down, he sent me the video. I was shocked because guess what? That simply meant that my son knew that I was unhappier before getting into this opportunity. And after I got in, he saw a happier version of his mom. Do you know what it means when kids can actually tell that you're unhappy because of your situation? This boy, my son at that point was 11, he's 12 now. And I looked at that video today and I actually laughed and I said, wow, so he actually knew that I was unhappier before joining the opportunity. And afterwards, his mom was a happier person. So what does that tell you? This can change your life in ways that you would not even know. Because if you are the mother, if you're that kind of mom who is going through life and you are taking it out on your kids without knowing, you are possibly irritable, any small thing annoys you, then then the thing is, you have to do something about it. People want a better version of you. But if your financial situation is bringing in what's out of you, then you want to listen to me today, because there is a way out. All hope is not lost, because if you think that money is the biggest challenge, I'll tell you the truth. It could have been the biggest challenge for other people in the past, but things are changing because they are opening up their hearts to learning and gaining skills that will help them have better control over your life. Do you know that if you have better options, you will be a happier person? And what do you think will give you better options? More money, more freedom, That's the simple truth. Because if you know that the only stream of income that comes for you is your 9 to 5, you don't have multiple options. You only have one option. And that means that if you are unfortunate that that singular option is taken from you, what do you think will happen to you? Or if you're living in North America and you lose your job, do you think you have enough seats to keep you running for the next 3 months? There are so many people that don't have enough seats, such that if they lose their job in North America, 60 days later, they are homeless. And the rate of homelessness has actually gone higher in the past few years because there's inflation, companies are downsizing, people are losing their jobs, they don't have backup plans. So what do you think is happening? But do we have to get to that point in our lives before we know that we have to do something different? A lot of times I cringe in fear for people when you talk to them about learning a high income skill like this one. They'll tell you, well, I can't show my face. Well, I don't think I can create content, even when there's a blueprint. But then they are quick to telling you about their financial challenges. Well, excuses will not pay your bills either way. I was navigating a high conflict legal issue when I started learning the skill. And as a matter of fact, that alone should have stopped me from learning anything because emotionally I was not even in that place. But then I said, what do you lose? You know what? Maybe pour your energy onto this one. Learn this one. Let it take your mind off negativity and channel your energy to learning positive skills. Not just positive skills, high income skills that can change your life. And I did. And within weeks, I started building, and not just building, earning income. Do you know how beautiful it is while you are driving your child? I remember there was a day I was driving my son for a dermatology appointment. And while driving, I got this alert on my phone, another $900 ding. Those kind of things make you smile because the pressure that you have been feeling because of money just dies down because there is a plan B. You know how people feel so stressed going to work, hearing that there is a planned layoff and they don't know if their names will be on the list? So I'm still a mom. I still work. But now I have created income, impact, and time on my terms. And this is not fantasy. It's a framework. And I want to show it to you tonight. So I want to ask you a question. If you've ever whispered to yourself, I need a way out, I see you. And I built this life. I'm doing this life because of somebody like you. And I want you to drop thrive in the chats if you are ready to see the strategy that shifted everything. If you want to see how I've been able to navigate my family life, working a very busy healthcare profession, running other things, and doing this, well, comment thrive in the chat box. Because what has helped me is what they call time management, utilizing a 2-hour workday strategy. And I was taught this in the digital program that I promote. And it's not just about the income that I get from that program, it's about the life-changing opportunity. My life has changed. It has helped me to build what they call resilience. Because guess what? Life can come to you in diverse ways. Situations can come to you in diverse ways that would test your resilience. And then when people say, well, when life gives you lemon, make lemonades out of it. Well, it's easier said than done. But what would help you build resilience in the face of adversity is that you have options to navigate out of your situation that makes you uncomfortable. So I mastered a simple 2-hour workday strategy that works around my life, not the other way around. It's not about hustling hustling 24/7. I see people telling me, I have 3 jobs. Oh my goodness, they pay me XYZ. But you have 3 jobs, you're paying higher taxes. You are burnt out. You are aging so fast, gray hair increasing by the day. You're not happy. You hardly have time to even socialize. Your kids don't see you because you are doing 3 jobs. You're doing 2 jobs. But is that sustainable? It's not sustainable. I know people who were working remotely and doing 2 jobs working remotely. And suddenly, when COVID was over, they said, well, you have to come to work in person. Guess what? They lost the second source of income. And they had already built their lifestyle around the 2 different jobs, thinking they were making extra income. And then when the second one was dropped, the complaints started. The stress started. And then when you tell them, come and learn this skill, you can earn income online. If you can just put your heart to learn it for 6 to 12 months, you'll be fine. It's funny that people can go to school. They can go to school and actually, they can go to school and spend 4 to 6 years maybe getting a degree, depending on the kind of degree you're getting. But then when you tell them, come and learn a high income skill online, when you have to put a lot of energy into learning it, within 6 to 12 months, give it your all, 6 to 12 months. They'll tell you, I don't have time for that. How soon will I start making money? They'll start asking you, how soon can I start making money? It's not a get rich quick scheme. And I'm not talking about those, and I'm not trying to invite those people looking for get rich quick schemes. I'm talking about, trying to help those that are ready to learn. It's a high income skill that if you take your time to learn it and you know that it will pay you on the long term, well, it's worth learning. I would want those kind of people to, just stay on the life. It's about being intentional with the time that you have, because many of us are not intentional with the time we have. We spend time, with friends and family, sometimes even chatting about things that don't matter, bantering on words that are not even useful, right? So I want to break the 2-hour workday for you, and I'm going to also share with you the platform that we use for, to learn and also interact with community members. So the first 30 minutes, what do I do in my first 30 minutes? I create content that connects with my perfect audience. I already know who my perfect audience is. I already know that. So I spend about 30 minutes creating or posting short form content. And all of those things, they will teach you on the platform, even if you're a complete newbie. As long as you know how to use a phone, you know how to send a text message, you know how to send, you know how to use the phone, you know how to send a text message, you know how to post something on social media, you can actually do this. And this 30 minutes, of creating or posting short form content, I could do this by creating a quick reel, maybe a quick post on Facebook, a quick reel on TikTok, maybe a value pack story or a carousel post, something like that, something pretty simple. And then I am not just posting because I want to post. I am posting to connect with people that are going through the kind of pain that I've gone through before. So I speak directly to the pain that my audience is feeling. People are tired of living from paycheck to paycheck, right? There are people who are feeling guilty about not being present with their kids. There are people that are burnt out from juggling work, life, and expectations. So I spend the first 30 minutes creating content that will connect with my audience. And why does this work? Because when you connect with your audience, you will convert them. Because many people are used to the lifestyle of, well, as soon as they hear about an opportunity, the first thing they are doing is texting their brother or sister or their close friends or family and asking them, I heard about this opportunity. Do you want to do it? But guess what? Many of them are skeptical. They probably won't do it. And sometimes, even if they would, they'll tell you, well, I want you to go try it out first. If you make money, let us know. And what happens with that is that dampens your morale, such that the energy you're supposed to use to build your business goes down because you face rejection. And let me tell you the truth. This is a rejection-free business because people are looking for value. And there are lots of people online that will benefit from that value. But you just have to create content that will connect with them and will convert them. And the good thing is that you're not just trying to connect with just one person. You are able to connect globally because it's a global business. And that's why we use social media marketing to get people to connect with us and convert and become what buyers. People don't just buy because of a product. They buy because they feel seen and understood. So your content is your invitation to your world. So if you are in the era of having to only text people to come and purchase or patronize your services, you're going to get stuck because guess what? You run out of people. Because if half of them or even more than half say no, then what happens to your business? You want your business to be global. That means that you, from wherever you are on your phone, can reach a large audience. And we have over 5 billion people on social media, scrolling through their phones endlessly, laughing at comedy skits, laughing at things that don't even make sense. So why don't you provide them value? And when you provide them value, you can show them that they can earn income online through digital products. Because digital products are like the new digital gold, right? People are able to earn from digital products because in 2027, it's going to be like it's predicted to generate at least $3 billion a day. So if you've ever felt overwhelmed trying to figure out what to post, drop content in the chat. I got you. Because you don't have to start thinking about what to post. You don't have to get stuck saying, well, I don't even know what I'm going to tell people. Just speak from your heart. You want to show up authentically. You want to show up like your real self. You're not trying to imitate anybody. That's the simple truth. You want to show up like yourself. That's it. And you don't have to go and try to deck up and all of those things. Just be yourself. People want people that are real. And so what would I be doing in the next 30 minutes? In the second 30 minutes, I will be following up and engaging. So after posting content, I spend the next 30 minutes following up and engaging with my audience, because there are people who are going to DM me. People would probably comment on my posts. Some people don't even comment because they don't want other people to see what they're commenting on. So they will come stylishly to your inbox and say, hi, can you share with me what you are, promoting? I get that a lot. I actually get more DMs than people commenting on my posts. So if you're that kind of person that is waiting to see long comments on somebody's post before believing that they make money, you're not informed properly. You're misinformed. So many, like I have so many messages in my inbox right now. So I check the DMs and I respond to people who commented or reached out to me. I also follow up with anybody who had asked me for information, but they probably did not, know what to do. Sometimes I reply to comments on older posts and also engage with my new followers. So you spend the next 30 minutes following up and engaging. So the first 30 minutes, I use it to create content that connects, because when you connect, you can convert. And I always mention it that people will only do business with you when they know you, they like you, and they trust you. How will your audience know, like, and trust you when you don't show up often? You show up once in a while. They would think that you are a part-time person. You want to make full-time income from a business online, but you want to give it part-time effort. It doesn't work that way. But the good thing about this whole thing is that in this case, you only need what? To put in 2 hours a day. And if you are completely new to social media marketing and you need extra time to go through the modules, you can add an extra hour. So 2 to 3 hours should be fine for a newbie. And as you advance, you would find that you're not even spending more than 2 hours a day. Some days I don't even do a whole 2 hours. I might just do an hour plus. Depends on how my schedule is, but I still would make sure that I'm connecting with my audience. So consider yourself owning your own online Walmart. Imagine that Walmart is closed for a full week. A lot of people feel bad. That's the truth, because they are used to going to Walmart. I have friends that will call me at past 10 p.m. and say, and when I'm talking to them, if Maureen is listening to me right now, I remember I was talking to her the other day and I said, she called me at past 10. I said, what are you doing outside at this time? Oh, I just went to get something for my daughter at Walmart at past 10 p.m. So imagine if she got to Walmart and it was closed. Of course, she'll be disappointed. That's exactly how your customers will feel. Like they want to be sure that you are there for them. They don't want a fly-by-night business, right? So your content is your invitation to your world. So the next 30 minutes, follow up and engage. And then, this is where conversations become conversions, because when you do that follow-up and you're engaging with them, you start getting conversions, because when you ask questions, they're gonna ask questions. They're gonna have questions for you, and you want to be able to answer, because people will buy from you when they feel connected, not just to the offer, but they feel connected to you. If they feel like there's something off around you, they won't even buy, and that's exactly how I feel. Somebody's telling me about an opportunity. I see it on the person's post. I reach out to the person, and the person is not personable. The person is not giving me, like, the person is coming in as being defensive. Listen, I won't even take the person seriously. I'll just walk away. Consistency in your follow-up show that you care and that you are serious about what you do. And this isn't just about chasing or convincing. It's about showing up, being helpful, and building trust. Because guess what? The Freedom Machine already has done 90% of the work for you. Because when people put their email in your sales page, the system sends them automated email follow-up. So you're not even doing the follow-up through emails yourself. The system does that for you. But then when you are creating content and people reach out to you with comments and questions, you want to use that 10% portion to make sure that you are connecting with your audience. So 90% of the work is done for you. The 10% just requires you to put in 2 hours a day. And then if you're not ready to do that, well, you're not ready to make money. You're looking for a Ponzi. And unfortunately, I don't have that to offer. That's the truth. When it looks too easy, it doesn't mean that it's going to generate income for you for a long term. It might give you income for a while, but it's going to fly by night when you don't expect it. That's it. So if you've ever ghosted your own inbox because you did not know what to say, just drop engage in the chat, because I've been there before. Like, somebody reached out to you and you didn't know what to say, just drop engage. But the good thing about the blueprint that I use is that you already know how to respond to your perfect customers. And when you respond to them, they have a choice to either agree or not agree. Not everybody will be your perfect customers. Everybody in the world is not going to buy from you because you may not be who they are looking for. You may not have the answer to their problem. But by the kind of content that you post, it will naturally attract your perfect customers to you. And I'll tell you about the final 60 minutes. I use the final 60 minutes to leverage on the system that is already available. So we have what we call the Freedom Machine. Like I said, it does the heavy lifting for us. And what do I do in this last 1 hour? I plug people into the system. That could be a free video funnel, inviting people to my private Skool community, or a walkthrough of the program itself. I send them the exact tools that help me to get started. No stress. And why does this work? Because you don't need to be a sales expert or a tech genius. The system is already set up to educate, nurture, and guide people to take action. Your job is to point them in the right direction. That's it. Of course, like I'm actually doing my last 1 hour right now, which is what? Telling you about the system. So if you are comfortable showing your face like me, you can go live an hour a day. But there are people that say, well, I don't want to show my face at all. I want to do faceless. Well, you're going to have to put in more work because you're going to have to consistently post, because people don't see your face, but they want to hear your heart or understand what is in your mindset by what you post. And that means that you have to be more consistent. That's what it is. And then you have to make sure that you're posting on the right platforms if you want to go faceless. But then you should understand that the results may differ, because if you go faceless, it might take a while for you to build that momentum, even though eventually you would. I've seen people who have I know someone who made over $1 million in 4 months going faceless on Instagram. There are people who have done that. But then they already know about digital marketing. But if you are completely new, you're a newbie, you've never done it before, you want to go faceless, it is doable. It's going to take you a while to gain momentum. So don't expect that you're going to start making sales in 1 week or 2 weeks. It doesn't happen like that. It's going to take a while compared to if you show your face. I'm just being really upfront about that. Right? So that's it. So during this final 60 minutes, I'm leveraging on the system. That means that while I'm working, resting, or even sleeping, the system is still doing its work for me. And I'm not tied to my phone 24/7, because the Freedom Machine allows me to work smarter, not harder. If you are tired of hustling and you're ready for something that runs with your life, not against it, this part right here is your breakthrough. So if you are looking for something that would actually give you your time back, I want you to drop system. Drop system in the chat box. Let me see you drop system, because I want to be able to share with you the program itself. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to share my screen with you. I am going to share my screen with you right now. And I want you to see, let's go straight to, the digital group community. So awesome. So if you can see my screen, please type a yes in the chat box. If you can see my screen, please type a yes. So I want to walk you through the program itself and what you get. So you're going to be getting not just a course, you're going to be getting access to a course that is upgraded and updated regularly. You're going to get access to an interactive community. There's a lot you're going to get access to, but I want to just show you the models. So there are 4 programs. So we have the Launchpad. I'm going to click on that. So that's for people who say, well, I want to just start with I want to see how it goes. It's $100. What do they say? I want to see how it goes. Let me just see, how this old program would work for me. So they want to start first of all with the Launchpad program, which is $100. And so this is what you get. You just get something to get started. So launch kit for your online business. Can you see this? It tells you about the 2-hour workday, how to choose your social media platform, understanding the algorithm, What is attraction marketing? Why does it work? Who is my customer? Questions to ask to help you create content. How to create a video. You see that. It tells you, it teaches you the art of storytelling to attract your customers, right? And then see, customer-centric storytelling is also there. How to master the 7-second rule. How to create call to actions. How to create content that converts. Mastering video confidence and launch to profit life walkthrough, Q&A, and all of that. So I told you about how I followed the launch to profit in 7 days foundation, and I was able to earn my first 4,000 in 7 days, following the blueprints. And this is what you get, right? With the $100 programs. We're going to go back and check what else you get. So besides that, you can check if you're like, I want to like master, make more, because when you come in with the Launchpad program, it only gives you access to reselling the $100 program. So you can only make $100, each time you make a sale. That's all you can do. But then if you're like me or somebody else who would say, well, I want to earn more, and you still want to start with something to get you into the program, you can go for the passive daily pay blueprint, which is $300. And that allows you to resell the program for $300 as well. And then see what you get. You get a lot more. You get everything in the Launchpad plus extras, branding your business, crafting your message. You get a lot more. How to post free ads on the internet. Yes. So with this program, we don't run ads to get customers. And I've never had to run an ad to get customers. That's the good thing about this one. I just had to put in the work. 3 pieces of content daily, go live 1 hour a day. And for those that don't want to go live, well, you have to find ways to engage with your customers, by maybe posting more often and all of that. And if you want to go faceless as well, that's okay. But then if I had to follow the blueprints that was created by the founder of this program and how she has been able to earn $5 million since 2022, 3 pieces of content, go live daily. She was doing that. And she has been a real coach. When you say somebody lives by the books, she's not just talking the talk, she's walking the walk. So I said to myself, if somebody, a grandmother of 6, mother of 5, 55 years old, can create a program like this and also build in such a way that we have over 52,000 members, she's earned $5 million in 2.5 years, then that means that she knows what she's doing. Right? So I said, why try to reinvent the wheel? Funky, just follow the rules. So that's the passive daily pay blueprint program. And then we have another one called the Digital Mastery Program. And that is for $600. That allows you to resell for $600 as well. So it has a lot more, the Freedom Machine Mastery, everything you have in the Launchpad, Digital Mastery, everything you have in the Launchpad, passive daily pay blueprint, plus this one, how to craft a message, Digital Mastery. It even teaches you how to build a recurring income stream. There's a lot that you can actually get from here. And it teaches you how to build recurring income through email lists. So you get a lot. Recurring income stream ideas that will complement what you're selling. She teaches you that as well. There's a lot to learn from this. You will never run out of trainings. And the good thing is that she keeps upgrading it so that you actually know what is happening per time. So you're not getting outdated information here. You learn so much about affiliate marketing and also building brand partnerships, right? You learn about email marketing, list building, how to use ChatGPT to 10x your productivity. There is a lot you get from the $600 program as well. There's a lot. So we're going to go to the one that I signed up for because I wanted the big fish in the ocean. And then I went for the Legacy Builders program itself. And that is the $900 program that gives me the ability to sell the Launchpad, the passive daily blueprint, the digital mastery, and see, you get so much from here. You get a lot. You get everything in all 3 programs plus extras. How to craft your message, building a recurring income stream, all of these ones. Great. Now, another thing that really attracted me to going for the $900 program was that I also learned how to create my own digital product. And I created an ebook for moms. It also taught me how to launch my course or program. And I want to talk about this. If you are in an opportunity, a business, a digital business, whatever it is, and they are sabotaging your ability to build your own community, then you probably want to think twice about it. You're not going to be under somebody forever, right? You want to learn how to do your own thing. And this is exactly why I cherish this program, because she doesn't care if you build your own community. As a matter of fact, she teaches you how to launch your own digital community. And you may have an idea. Say you are a fitness coach, or you love cooking, or you love real estate, or you love maybe you're a florist. Whatever business it is you want to do, and you want to launch a course on it, and you don't know how to do this, you get to learn this with the Legacy Builders program. They teach you how to structure your course. You see what I mean here? You learn how to structure your course, how to price, how to price the product or program, how to structure. Everything is here. You're learning a lot from a $900 program. You see that? And there's a lot. There's just a lot. Let me go here again. Then you also get to learn how to create a community doing what you love. Oh my goodness. This is what they call freedom. I bet you, since I got into this opportunity, it has opened up multiple streams of income for me. So besides just earning from this, I've been able to open other streams of income because of what I learned and I've been implementing. So it's not just this one stream of income, you are getting multiple streams of income. So what does that mean? From this program, if you come for the legacy, if you decide to join the Legacy Builders program itself, it opens you up to 4 opportunities, 4 programs. So you can earn from the $100, the $300, $600, and $900, plus extra things that you would get to learn in the program. That's what you learn there. There's a lot that you get to learn. Now, I'm going to also share with you other things that you would get from here. You're going to get bonuses. So if you decide that you want to do the Legacy Builders program for $900, you are going to get some exclusive bonuses as well. So let's click on that. You see this? 200 digital product ideas. Let's imagine that you want to create your own product, but you don't have ideas of what to do. You get to learn that here. Say you are starting fresh and you want to have a marketing strategy. It gives you a 30-day market strategy growth plan. This woman made her first $1 million in 17 months. There's a blueprint for it. You also learn what she's done. If you want to be wise, you work with the wise. You want to make 6 figures or 7 figures, you want to work with people that have walked the walk, not just talking the talk. Then you're someone that says, well, I don't think I want to show my face. And like I said, that's fine. But you have to know that it comes with extra efforts, right? You're not going to expect that if I'm showing my face, people would probably know me better and faster and trust me faster than if I wasn't showing my face. Ultimately, with a faceless brand, as long as you maintain consistency, people will know that, okay, this person is consistent and you're offering them value. So you're going to have a blueprint that teaches you about faceless marketing, how to build a faceless brand, part 1, part 2, how to use Canva, how to edit a template. You get to learn a lot. How to create your branding with Canva. You learn about branding here. You're not just doing your business like one of these, it's not a shoemaker business in that sense. It's, the roadside shoemaker stuff while we're growing up. It's a serious thing, right? You're going to learn a lot. So I'm just going to go back to this. So you're going to learn a lot and get those exclusive bonuses. Now, one thing I'm very excited about is that we now have the ability to get certified to be licensed resellers. And you're going to get all of that here. So you have the ability to go through this training and get your license so that you can run your business like a pro. So this is the new thing that was introduced. You become a pro by going through the certification program. And then for people that say, well, I don't have any tech skills at all. I need some help. You can actually sign up for the Done For You tech services. You get you get access to all of these things. So this is like a quick walkthrough of the program itself. But I also want to share with you, the community that I'm in. We have a community of over 52,000 people. Let's go right there. Where's Skool? Perfect. Okay, so this is the community, and 52,800 members. As of, I think this time last year, we're less than 3,000 members. So this community has grown exponentially. And I also want to share with you some of the wins. But before that I go there, let's go to classroom. You get a lot of materials, extra materials besides what you have on Kajabi platform. You know how to get started. The Freedom Sprint teaches you a lot about content creation, branding yourself, personal development. So we do that we have programs, we have 90-day programs, and every day we are getting tips on what to say, how to position ourselves. We also get trainings on mindset, free webinar details and resources, social media training. You know, we get a whole content vault that would give you samples of viral hooks, call to actions, and different things. If you're looking to earn 6 figures in 6 months, this would also teach you what to do. We have a networking program for legacy members where we get to meet, and you get to meet other entrepreneurs like yourself. There's a lot to learn. So you're learning all of that. So let's go back to community. Or we even have a calendar of events. Can you see all this? The calendar tells you what to expect. So it's actually a very interactive community. It's not a community that you just sign up for the course and they let you go. No, no, no. They actually encourage you to plug in. You'd learn a lot. Now, if you click on the map, this map tells you that we have people globally. What does that mean? We have so many people. We have so many people all over the world. In the United States, in Canada, we have so many people in the United Kingdom, just name it. Sierra Leone, just, oh my God, Puerto Rico, so many places. In India, it's a global business. That means that I can be in Alberta, Canada, running my business, but I have clients in Russia, wherever, as long as they have a card and they can pay me with their debit or credit card. Wouldn't it be nice to have a global business, that your business is not just tied to one location or province? So this is one great thing. You have access to people from all over the world. And that's great. I want to go back to the community and I want to show you some of the wins. So this is Kelsey saying that she made $1,800 while running errands. So possibly she made two $900 sales. This person said $600 while at Clarity to Cash. Probably sold the digital mastery course. Someone said another win going live. Someone passed certification. So many people. $900 while eating dinner in Atlanta. So many wins. We have wins. $3,000 in less than 7 days. $900 doing well on the webinar. Oh my God, so many testimonials. So many testimonials. So this is telling you that the program works. I want to be able to finally share with you somebody's testimonial on the group. Let me see. Where is this? Okay, Melissa's testimonial. While this is going on, let me just...
And boy, howdy, did this change her life. So Melissa, are you with us? You should be able to unmute, hopefully.
Yep, I'm here.
Hey, how are you?
Good. I am so excited to share tonight. I just wanted to say that thank you for letting me share my story. And I am just so grateful for the opportunity to do this, but also I'm just so grateful for this program. It has done so many amazing things for my family. So, and for so many others too. So yeah. So you guys, my name's Melissa Mock and I am a 44-year-old mom and I live in Minnesota. So if you hear any Minnesota accent, it's because I am in Minnesota, small town. I also have my husband who I've been married to for 17 years. And I am also an educator. So I've been in education for over 22 years. I started as a preschool teacher, did in-home daycare, and then was in my children's school district as a teacher. So that's what I've been doing for 22 years. And as you guys know, education does not pay. It's more that you love doing it because you love working with kids. You don't get paid very much. So my husband, on the other hand, too, he is a hard worker. He's in construction, and with construction is up and down all the time. But, we have been able to always just get by. That's how it's been since we've had kids. We've been able to, get our bills paid, but it's never more than that. You know what I mean? We would get our savings and then it was gone, because the washer would break down or the car will break down, things would break down. But we just, we were able to just get by. We lived paycheck to paycheck. And a while back when my kids were little, I also did start dabbling in, multi-level marketing, because I was like, if I can just get a little extra income in, that would be helpful. And I did that. But I'm just going to tell you guys, for 12 years of doing multi-level marketing, it would maybe pay groceries here and there, maybe pay a car payment, but then I just had piles of stuff in my closet. So that's all I'm gonna, just piles and piles of stuff. So it wasn't like helping us get ahead. You know what I mean? It was just more of like maybe paying a bill here and there. And so this last beginning of this year, really a big thing hit us financially. And, we've been able to live paycheck to paycheck, but I was at a breaking point when we ended up receiving a letter in the mail, and it was for a property tax for our brand new house that we built in 2020. And so this is my dream home. We built it in 2020. And all of a sudden, the beginning of this year, we got a property tax statement. And I'm going to tell you guys that it wasn't like a couple $100. It was thousands and it was thousands of dollars. Okay. And my husband and I looked at each other and we were like, we're going to have to get a second or third job, or we're going to have to sell our dream home. And that moment was just like so devastating, because we have worked so hard, both of us, our whole lives. And it just felt like things could just never go the way we wanted it, right? It was just like, here's another bill. Here's something else we have to pay for. And as the mom of the family too, I'm the one that kind of does the household managing and running all the things and everything like that. And I literally was so stressed that I was crying myself to sleep every single night. And I'm like, I don't want to get a second job. I don't want to get a third job. This is not fair. This is not how life should be. Like, I just was like so fed up and tired of working so hard and not getting any benefit and living life the way we wanted it. Like, we couldn't even travel. We had to say no to our kids all the time. And it was so frustrating, having that happen all the time. And so, I always feel like doors open in the most unexpected ways. And, I was crying myself to sleep, but then, I scroll social media, and one of my friends was talking about this business opportunity. And she was just like, she was sitting here going, oh my gosh, like, I'm able to pay for this. And I was able to pay. And she was like, a $900 ding, and then another $900 ding, and I was like, what is she talking about? And so when I reached out to her, I will tell you guys, I'm a teacher. So I researched everything right away. I was like, oh, that sounds too good to be true. There's no way. But I, of course, was still curious, and I watched her. And I watched her for 2 months. Like, I literally watched her, and I was like stalking her, you guys. I was like, I got to see what she's doing. And what was finally it is when she said that she had, with this program, made $18,000, and it was in 5 weeks. I was like, why can't that be me? Like, that would pay my property tax. That would completely change our financial situation in a lot of ways. That would help us in so many ways. And I'm like, why am I discrediting myself? Why am I like, I'll fail this. This isn't something I can do. Like, I literally was like, I was done. I was like, I need to take a chance. I need to just do something for my family. Now I'm going to tell you guys, my husband always shakes his head at me because I've done so many things over the last 12 years. Like, he shook his head, But I was like, I did not have the funds to do this. I did not have the investment, but I was like, I'm either going to stay in the same situation and still cry myself to sleep every night, or I'm going to do something about it, or I'll have to go get that second, third, fourth, fifth job, which is absolutely not, I did not want to do that, right? I did not want to take more time away from my family. I was already stressed to the max. So it was like, I'm going to jump in and I'm going to do this. And it was absolutely, hands down, the best decision I have made for my family. You guys, like, just like that one that you showed, I launched June 26th and I had my first sale the first day I launched, you guys. That was like, oh my gosh, I just got my investment back, like that. And then it just kept catapulting into this amazingness. And you guys, today is my 5 months into the program, and I have tripled my income as a teacher, you guys, tripled in 5 months. That's 3 years of annual salary through my full-time job that I was working 40 hours a week or more. Usually I have to bring my work home, right? Teachers have to bring their work home. So it's just like, this is amazing, you guys. And one thing that I loved about it so much was when I dived in, it's like you plug in. I'm a teacher. I teach step 1, step 2, step 3. And when I jumped into this, and I was like, this is like an educator's dream come true. Like, seriously, like, it was laid out exactly like, I was like, anybody could come in and implement this. You just follow and do. That's the thing. You just do, implement it, watch, follow the steps, and then get out there and do the do, and it can completely change your life. And so because of this program, I'm dreaming again. Like, I have been able to pay for my daughter's braces in full. We have paid off our property tax bill. We have saved our home. We have paid off debt. Like, the things that have come from this in just 5 months has absolutely changed my family's life. And I'm so forever grateful for this. And the fact that it is, in the community alone, how much this program is blessing so many people. And it's just going to continue to bless people, because it is hands down the best decision I ever made, Michelle.
So, well, I don't know if you had the opportunity to listen to what Melissa said. People's lives are changing because they took a chance on themselves. And so for those wondering, how can I get started? What's the next thing for me to do? Well, you would need to go straight to dailycashflowlegacy.com. You can see the link on my screen, but then I'm just going to show you the page myself and tell you what exactly to do. So let me go ahead and share the screen maybe one more time, and then you would know what to do. So when you go to dailycashflowlegacy.com, it's going to ask you to put in your email address, and it will take you to another page. So you're going to see this video telling you about the blueprint. And then you're going to see testimonials from several people on the group, people that have made $1,800 in a day. Somebody made $10,000, I think, in a month from South Africa. So guess what? This is not just available for people in diaspora, people that are in North America, Europe, and all that. People all over the world, including Africa, can be part of this opportunity. So see lots of testimonials right there. And then you can go ahead and say, yes, I'm ready to have a successful online business and leave a legacy. And it's going to take you to, it's going to show you the different, programs that we have, and then tell you how $900 can change your life. Whether you have experience or not, you can actually learn how to attract daily paying customers. You can learn to plug in and start learning and earning. You can also just, learn how to use 2 hours a day to build a global business and keep every dollar you make. So there is no middleman. This is not the kind of business that you would buy into or you would invest into, and then they're taking some percentage off. This is, you're getting 100% commissions. Only $39 goes to the company or to the platform for the website fee, and the buyer pays $39 directly to them while they pay you your $900 into your pocket, right? So see what's happened. Over 50,000 members, $29 million paid into the pocket of community members in 10 months. One customer puts you in profit mode. Can you see this? You can get licensed. So you have to become a licensed reseller, meaning that it's a legal business. So many testimonials. And then, of course, this is me welcoming you, telling you what to do to get started. And then, you can just click on this, and what you put in your name, your last name, email, put in your payment details. You can pay with credit or debit card. You can actually use you can pay with crypto as well. I take crypto, and you can pay with Zelle if you're in the US, right? So you have many options to pay. So there is nothing stopping you from getting started and beginning to build the life of your dreams. So, well, I know that I've been here for an hour or so, almost an hour. I want to say thank you so much for joining me. Thank you for being with me for the past 23 days. Tomorrow is going to be fantastic because I will be inviting James. James has actually impacted my life in so many ways because I saw this opportunity on his Facebook page. I never knew him from anywhere, right? It was just a random Facebook person, probably added me a long time ago. I don't even know how we got to be friends on Facebook. Signed up with him, and months later, I'm counting thousands of dollars in profits with a single $900 program. This can be you if you decide to take the risk today and stop second guessing, overthinking, coming up with excuses. Remember that excuses will not pay the bills, but actions will pay the bills. So I'll see you tomorrow. Have a beautiful rest of the day or night or evening, wherever you are joining me from. Thank you, and see you soon.